Hi, I'm Susan. Welcome to my channel. If you're anything like me, you have been battling the scale for a very, very long time. And you are just about fed up with the insanity of being on a diet and off a diet over and over again, only to end up heavier, frustrated, and wondering if it's just time to quit and accept being fat. Disclaimer, I am not a doctor, a nutritionist, a fitness coach, or any kind of medical professional. I'm just a chick that has been dieting since the age of 12, and I want to find a way to end this vicious cycle and get healthy and fit once and for all. So, a brief personal history. I was a chubby baby, which is very cute when you have all those little rolls. And then I turned into a kid who was bigger than the other girls, weight wise, but certainly not fat compared to today's standards of obesity or being overweight. But it was the 70s and the 80s, and well, most people were thinner than they are now. I remember being made fun of in grade school because my thighs rubbed together and my shorts kept getting sucked up into the void. Needless to say, the taunts and teasing from the family and my schoolmates started the ball rolling on my body shame and self-loathing very early on in life. When I was 12 and just started junior high, I thought if I could just lose 5 pounds, maybe I could try out for cheerleading like my friends and be more popular. Now I was already feeling like an alien because my dad had just died a few months before and my whole world had become very shaky and uncertain. And to that, puberty, shyness, social anxiety. And on top of that, I was just a hot little oversensitive mess. Sorry about the cat. So I started my diet, which consisted of not eating all day and only having dinner. I lost the 5 pounds. I triumphantly walked up to the gym teacher that was in charge of the cheerleading squad and announced my weight loss to her. And 46 years later, I can still see the look on her face. She looked at me like I was an alien and she just said, "That's nice." So she walked away. And I went about my business in school. Nothing changed when I walked the halls either. No one noticed. No one cared. I was not miraculously transformed into a popular cheerleading queen. And my future looked bleak. It's the mind of a 12-year-old. So I went home and started to eat again, gained the 5 pounds back, plus 2 new pounds because they always bring friends, and the cycle began. Fast forward, my 60th birthday is approaching in a year and a half, and I'm sitting here sick to my stomach thinking about how over 5 decades of my life has been spent hating my body, hating my looks, restricting, binging, over exercising, not exercising, doom scrolling, how to lose 100 pounds in 6 months, lather, rinse, repeat. So, what do I have to offer anyone who may actually find this channel? At the very least, I hope you know that you're not alone in this struggle. And as downtrodden and hopeless as you may feel, you're not a quitter. You're looking for a solution, or you would not have found this. I'm looking for a long-term permanent solution, and I have failed many, many times. I've had a lot of difficult experiences in life, a lot of disappointments, and that has made me very scrappy and very resilient. So every time I get smacked down, I get back up again, and I get back up swinging. And I just refuse to accept defeat. And it's the same thing with my weight. Yes, it's been my cross to bear for what seems like my whole entire life. But I'm not done yet. And I'm not going to count myself out of the game. And now that I am approaching 60, I can feel the effects of carrying this weight on my body more than ever. In my joints, in my feet, just trying to get my shoes tied, my stamina, things are starting to hurt. My flexibility I used to be extremely flexible. I could just bend over, touch my toes, no problem. Now it's an issue. But then again, I got to start where I'm at. I've learned a lot over the years, which I'm going to approach more in future episodes. So I've learned a lot of things. I've learned what doesn't work. I've learned what does work. And I've learned lately, pretty recently in the past couple months after another failure at losing weight. I did great for 3 whole weeks and lost a significant amount of weight, over 20 pounds, only to gain it all back again. And this is what I've done. I've lost a significant amount of weight many times, 42 pounds, 35 pounds. Stayed consistent for months and months. Somehow blew it up. And I've learned really over the past couple months of really brainstorming that the missing key is really consistency, and consistency of doing what works over and over and over again. And even when I don't feel like it, even when the scale doesn't move. So I hope you join me on this adventure of losing weight permanently, one step at a time. I'm not offering any quick fixes or gimmicks. I don't have any magic pills or shots, though I'm not against the new shots. I just can't personally afford them right now. And honestly, I would actually give them a try. But even with those shots, you still have to change your lifestyle. So I'm looking to take everything I've learned over these 5 decades of dieting and being off a diet and binging, losing a lot of weight, gaining it all back, and the frustration of it all. And just take all those things that worked and do them consistently. And then not letting a bad day, bad weekend, or even a bad week get in the way of my success. Just get back on the wagon. And nothing extreme. Because when I was successful at losing weight, I wasn't doing really extreme things. I had made changes and I just kept doing them. And my next video, I plan on going into a little bit more of what my game plan is. I'm working on that. I want to get that really tight and take it in a month-by-month basis. This is what I'm going to focus on for the next month. And I know my first step is going to be to consistently log my food. Because I know when I do that, when I'm consistent, even when I go over my calories or points, and I'll get more into that the next video, something happens. The scale starts moving. Sometimes it's a pound. Sometimes it's 2 pounds a week. Sometimes it's half a pound a week. But there's movement. And honestly, the last time I really worked hard at this, I allotted for my favorite things. I did not deny myself stuff I really liked. I fit it in. And I was able to stay consistent for a really long time. Then, I don't know, I moved to another state and things just kind of blew up, stress. But as of this morning, I weigh 233.5 pounds. It is what it is. Now, my highest weight a few years ago was 242.2. And I had gotten down to Wonderland. I was around 195-ish. And then I moved, and over the past 3 years, it's ticked back up again. So my next video will be about my game plan. So I hope you plan on joining me. Please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you have any successes or frustrations or tips to share, please put them in the comment section. I may be fed up and over 50, but I ain't done fighting yet, and you shouldn't be either. Bye-bye now.